Active Space and I Understand they're great. They've casted quite a lot for The Wife. And they one thing about them, they'll bring new great talent to our screen.
Anyone can shoot great things.
Yeah.
But can anyone tell a good story?
Great performer. I think he delivers a lot of different roles and Corrupt Cop. On thing he was playing on Love and One, he's playing that
Tumulus Igumbi.
They give him on Tumulus. He was he looked
Ronaldo.
I know a lot of audiences that might have disconnected with him because of they've sexualized him on Twitter. Said actually he's a bad boy
all the time.
Yeah, like because of our attention span as a society, we are used to TikTok and Instagram videos where everything just happens.
Gotta see this puzzle. Break the forming and paint it on as the super foreign. Like Asian hornets come in and swarm and defeat the common. Christ excellence inside my DNA. Divine elegance, resonant blessedness that hit the wave. Peace before me, I peace myself after falling. Repeat with caution, keep believing in this calling. Answer the call of life and eye for the thoughts of license. Try to utter the right things via the work of my hands. With that, I know I can take any storms.
It's fine. Alright, let's go. I remember we introduced him last time. We did Outlaws.
I'm not a friend of the show, but the notes that I have are case notes.
Yeah.
It's not all views expressed are not mine. They are Keyako's views. Keyako's notes. Keyako's views. So whatever I'm expressing is not mine.
Yeah.
I am reading. You know when presidents drop a speech, someone writes the jokes, they write everything there. So everything that I'm gonna say is from K. So if you have a problem, her Instagram is Keyako. She posts some cool stuff there. So Nimland.
Me pretending like I was deep on this cafe the other night. Okay. I'm joking. Okay, guys, what up? Welcome back to another one of Mzansi Scope. Today, guys, we'll bring to you 180. This is a Netflix
what
production.
What does 180 mean?
We are coming.
Okay, let's go. Cook your intro.
Yeah, so this is a production by Quizzical Pictures. It was released on Netflix on the 17th of April, right? Yes. And guys, let me tell you something. This was written and directed by what's this bro? Yazbek. What's this? Alex Yazbek. So this bro worked on a lot of productions, eh? Yeah. And he's an award-winning director. Nice. He worked on Gazlam. He worked on Zone 14. He worked on Isibaya, Ring of Lies. And
Ring of Lies. I love the
you loved Ring of Lies?
Title sequence.
Oh.
What does it say?
I forgot, but like I remember it. I remember it.
Yeah, but like it was a good one.
Yeah. He's also an award-winning director who has shaped storytelling both on screen and in the classroom. Guess where?
Where?
Institution like After.
Wow.
So it's been cooking. Yeah. But there on Mzansi Scope, guys, you guys know we don't just watch stories. We ask, what is the story really saying? Is anger worth it? Is vengeance ever justified? Is this story relatable or is it simply like dramatic?
Yeah.
Together with my co-host today, who's Jedi, because we fired a co-host.
K is gone.
K is gone.
She's working virtually and she's working from home. The world has changed. We're at the studio.
Operate the camera from home.
From home. She's working from home.
So guess what, guys? We'll break down through narrative, performance, medium, aesthetic, and business. And remember, at Mzansi Scope, we don't judge. Neither should you.
Yeah.
Unless necessary.
Let's say unless you've won an Oscar. Or
maybe
because
an Oscar is too big, but unless you won a SAFTA because it's local.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless you won a SAFTA.
Fair. But they buy SAFTAs nowadays. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Booty, that's a huge
just jokes.
Yeah, but then as we say, like here at Mzansi Scope, we don't judge, neither should you.
Yeah.
But if it's necessary, do it. So let's go into it, co-host Yam.
Yeah.
So at its core, 180 is a drama rooted in a single moment.
Yeah.
Very important. A road rage incident that spirals into something far deeper. So in a simple way, I'm just gonna say when an unexpected road rage incident puts his son in a critical condition, an enraged father spirals down a dark path of emotional turmoil and vengeance. Booty, here we're following a father who is protective, emotionally driven, and pushed beyond reason, right? And earlier on, you asked, what is 180, right? And I've been trying to find different types of going to point A to B, right? When you say 360, you come back.
Oh, so
You
it's
understand?
like, from point A to point B.
B, yes.
Oh, and then, you know what? When I saw the marketing content, they say 0 to 180.
80,
So it's
yes.
like, how fast? Like, because of the plot and everything that happens there. So how fast they move from 0, which is your cool level, where like you're chill, to 180, which is where things just go crazy.
And things just went out of hand.
Crazy.
So like, so 180 represent from point A to point B.
Yeah.
When we speak about 360 now, we're coming back. So I feel like the name is actually cool. But I just want to hear like from your perspective, because here it even says like it is frequently linked to taking responsibility for creating a new life, abandoning old ways and moving forward rather than looking back, which I feel like is something which it is in the movie itself. But we're gonna explore it as we move
go,
on. So like, tell me, but like from your perspective, what did you think of like 180 and the title itself?
Obviously, with some titles, you need a level, some sort of education. You must not just read it from, because I think the title is always important.
It's
very important
It
because you don't just name it from 180. They knew what they were doing, and obviously, if you miss that, you might also just miss what it's all about, like, because they use it for their promotional content and everything that comes after that, like from a marketing point of view, they use it to sell the story. So it is important. So I did wonder why 180, because it could have been in any other title. It could have been any other title, but then that specific, I think it was, I mean, yes, we want cool titles when you drop a movie. 180.
I want something which like looks nice.
Something that looks nice.
It like a piano love.
Yeah, like something.
It will
attract you. I'm a piano. I know. But like, you just go 180, you're like, what's happening here? Are we speeding?
What are we talking about? I really thought it was related to speeding until I started watching it. Because like sometimes you're like, you know, like when we were young, like on Texas, there was always like that red thing with the
180 thing. On so like, I also thought like it was just about speed and everything, but maybe somehow it is tied to speed because of how the emotional journey of the characters is, and how they quickly move from like the speed at how they move from the incident, like how everything happens, you know, the rage and everything is like related to speed and everything. So yeah. What are your thoughts?
I think I will just jump straight to it, right? I really do love the title, especially like when they say sometimes it goes to accountability, like can people change from being a specific somebody into something else, which I feel like we do see at the end, right? And guys, this narrative is insane, right? Before I put on my opinion, can I read something which I've checked on IMDb? So it's rated at 4.5.
Okay.
Right.
That's that good. It's not.
It's not good because I feel like if it's below
average, basically.
Mara, there are people who love this, and there are people who did not love it. So like I was reading this comment where someone said like, a simple road rage incident causes Zack a lifetime of guilt and regret. The corruption, the mafia, and the blunted rejection of justice fuels Zack's need for revenge. The choices Zack make is going to change things forever. And What is the price he is left to pay? After having paid a hefty one, forms rest of the story. The director aims at exploring the grief and deliver a gritty revenge tale. The story itself is quite predictable, and this South African film tries really hard to stick to a grim tone throughout. The hero is just a common man, and at the various stages, it gets proven why he's no match to the baddies and even the corrupt system. I don't know why I had to mention the baddies.
Why use baddies?
Then, the conveniently written screenplay backfires as the focus shifts on the revenge angle. The police obviously get reduced to be dummies, but even the gangsters are all hype. Zack doesn't even need to try that hard. Considering the poor choices they make, the film loses its impact in the final hour and only drags on. Overall, it was a disappointing watch, right? I feel like what I loved by this comment from this bro, he understood the story.
True.
As much as he says like he did not enjoy, and he did not say the entire film, he said like towards the end, for him there was like a drag or something. But I just love this. So when I'm watching the movie, but this is what I'm noticing, right? This is not about a movie of a protagonist who has an antagonist. There's no antagonist in the movie if you think about it. There's I did write it on my notes here. When it goes to performance, I said there's a catalyst.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know how you feel about it, cause you have watched it, right? Maybe you can just add like 2 cents of like what you think when I'm done, right? But like there's no an antagonist in the movie. The bro struggles with anger issues, and I feel like at that moment when you make that decision, it's just him against himself. Because if he did not go back when he was walking back to the car, and then he decided like, hey, these guys, they are pushing me to do this way, that's when his child got shot, and that wouldn't have happened if he didn't do that. So I got into a conclusion that like it's SA, bro. People will always push you to an extreme.
I was about to say that, like, I think the introduction and his character is some sort of a true representation of how things go in South Africa.
In SA,
and more in terms of how they highlight the taxi. I think the taxis and a taxi driver, or using a taxi driver, is a perfect example of how road rage normally turns out, because in most cases you are forced, or like you should choose the even when you are disrespected, go the humble way.
You have to
go the humble way, because someone could point a gun at you, or like beat you up. Your day is ruined from there. So like you need to always choose, like to stay in, like the son did say, like don't go out.
Don't go out.
Because he could have avoided it. Like he could have took it. He could have took his L and went home. The worst thing that could have happened was just fixing the car. And I mean, he could afford to fix the car.
It was nothing, because now we had to pay more in the hospital.
You see, so now there was like a lot that was lost, which is the true representation of a South African society. If you've used a taxi, you know. If or like you're just a driver, you know how it goes down with taxi drivers, from just them, the careless driving, all that. I think that scene is a perfect representation. And I mean, films are meant to educate. So I think in that sense, it was something good, that you tend to lose bigger things if you don't choose to be. Sometimes you need to be a fool, because yes, he was not wrong.
He wasn't wrong.
He wasn't wrong.
Yeah.
Because
but the choices he made, I feel like the movie, like in overall, it was just teaching us that like whenever you make decisions, you must be able to live with what's gonna come after. Because
that, true.
It's crazy how like he end up losing like everything. His brother, the more he tried to solve, the more he keeps on losing. And
also like his motives, or like whatever was backing him up was not. It was just anger.
Yeah, it was anger.
It was anger the whole way. Like there was nothing else. It was just he's angry, and he wants to take it out on something, and it seems like it's working, but it's not.
It's not. Cause like I also even love how they tried to cover more on trying to bring in like the police being corrupt and everything. But like on top of everything, the movie goes to show you that like beside everything else, this is based on this person who is struggling with this. His decisions always are influenced by his anger issues, Did it go?
Yeah, this one it's out.
Yeah, I think it's space, but it's fine.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
space.
So yeah, I feel like that's one thing I've loved. Or they try to add other layers of everything, and I love the way they use like the taxi brews. I love how they even try to include the mafia side of things. But then you realize like at the end of the day, like sometimes like things can always go wrong based on how you make certain choices. Even if those people were not there, if you have problem in making like certain decisions, you can always like make like bad decisions, because like his character journey, this bro is caring. If you look at him, like it's a good guy, protective.
I don't think he was a bad, like he wasn't a bad husband or like a bad father. He had a lovely home and everything. So
and he had a history.
Yeah, like
he had a history of his brother going to prison for him.
No, he went to prison.
He went to prison for his brother.
I think they were together, some sort of, or like.
No, one went to prison.
He went to prison. Yeah, he went to prison, but I think they were together in the scene. Or
so
like
someone did something, the other one had to take the fall for
like,
that.
Yeah,
so then it can even go and touch maybe like on trauma, having to do, because like it so happens. I think we've seen this before. I just remember like which movie we reviewed, but I removed with co-host. What was this production? There is a movie where we reviewed and someone had to go to prison for his brother or something.
It wasn't.
It's Fatal Seduction. It's Fatal Seduction. Yeah. The brother goes to prison just for his brother to do well, and so on and so on. So you always realize that like some of these things are triggered by like us as family members and everything, but like it's the choices at the end of the day. I feel like what the movie like tries to bring, it's always the choices. And like when I was looking at the movie, like coming from my perspective, I think they tried to make it slow paced, and based on how people are reviewing it and everything, I feel like most people who may disconnect with the story are people who find it to be a bit slow when it's told.
My argument is different, because I think this guy's comment or like his review is more like me, where I'm like half of it.
Or you support what he's saying.
I support what he's saying, like half of it. Whether mine, but mine I think it's like vice versa, because I feel like the beginning was more like it takes time for you to like get used to it. Maybe it was slow paced there. Then it goes into fast paced, where you pick up once he has to, like when he's revenging himself, or like he's revenging the son of his the death of his son. Yes, he's so that's when like it kind of like paces up, because he's trying to solve so many things, and everything just keeps on opening up, and then the pace gradually increases. But in the beginning,
wounds even.
like more wounds, more losses, more everything just keeps on piling and piling. But in the beginning, because of our attention span as a society, we are used to TikToks and Instagrams, the reels where everything just happens, So like I think when you watch it in the beginning, you're like, oh, this guy's driving, he's in traffic. Then those guys shoot at the taxi driver. Then he goes into his family stuff, and then eventually that's when he gets into an accident with the other guy. That's when maybe slightly picks up a bit and then drops a bit again, because he's trying to do things the right way by going to the police, and then that doesn't work out, but then eventually picks up from there. That's how I see it. So I'm like,
again.
So I'm like, I'm kind of in the beginning, I'm a bit like more disconnected, and then I'm like, I do want to see where this is going.
But like, what do you think could be the reason of like such a slow intro, and then they pick up as it goes?
I think the themes allowed it to be that way, because you're dealing with something. That's what I'm saying. Like you're taking so many lessons. There's the educational part of it, of how society is in South Africa, from like the taxi drivers and road rage, things that happen. So
South Africa don't need people with anger issues.
Yeah, so like I think you don't need to like, you can't go. I mean, you can go fast paced for that one, but you need to like work with the people, or like work with the audience. So sometimes you do lose people when you're doing that, because people just want to, if you're saying there's drama and thrill, we just want to get down to the drama and the thrill. So there was that, and then one thing I pointed out was, while I was watching, was that, what is it? I'm trying to remember what I did point out when I was watching is, I think, we'll go into performance, but I think for me an issue is like, obviously, what did this prove? The main character act in? He did Fatal Seduction. Yeah. So,
and he struggles with the same thing in both.
So yeah. So my thing is, as an audience, okay, this might not relate to everyone, but as an audience, sometimes because of how the people build characters, more especially in the casting space in South Africa. I made an example when I was having my notes with I was like, okay, cool. In South Africa, we have the cast. Once you've been typecast, like Tembinkosi, he goes from Shaka Ilembe to Outlaws. His character is very strong and like he's very strong. And then when you take him, if you're going to take him and place him in a different role, it might be hard for an audience to follow that because they've already boxed him in some way. So I don't know if it's a me problem or what, but it was that thing of like, okay, this brute just went from Fatal Seduction, and I know a lot of audiences that might have disconnected with him is because of they've sexualized him on the other side. Fatal Seduction, where he's a bad
vulnerable
boy
all the time.
Yeah, like this on this end, he has to play a very, in as much as he struggles with something similar, he's a very different character, and he has to portray different emotions, whatnot. And if you moving from that, it's like you need to understand, is this person actually?
And I think like that's a 180 moment for him, because what do you mean you're playing a same role? According to me, he struggled with anger issues even on the other one.
On the other one, yeah.
But like he had to portray it different compared to that side, because this one is vulnerable throughout.
Like. So like that's what I'm saying. Like you need to then be like, okay, cool. This is now Zach.
Yeah.
It's not that, and obviously, it's kind of difficult, man. Like with how space marketing of everything, we're going to all these marketing things and how we feel about it. But I'm just saying that's like one thing that might have disconnected me is that this guy, I know him as the bad boy. Then now he comes into the side, he has to be this and this, and it shouldn't be like that way, because he's I mean, you can't be playing one role each time. So it's like he's exploring and he's growing.
Do something.
So that was my main thing. But then, I don't even know where we're at now. But
I was still on narrative. Cost, I'm trying to get something. There's a post which was made by who I understand. Because Actor Space are the ones who casted. They did the casting. I wanted to find that post because I just found something very interesting on that.
So like for me, I think the disconnect is in that. And then people were like, on social media, they were like saying that if Warren Masemola wasn't part of the film, it would have been dead. Or like it wouldn't have been a great film. And my thing is like...
But he cooked, eh?
Great performance. Like he always delivers for sure. And then that's like great.
That's this step. And she's working from home.
She's working from home.
Video call. I
have your notes. All that I'm saying is K's notes. Yeah. So Warren Masemola's performance was good. Like reminded me of, there was this, is it Toti? No, not Toti. This
you are thinking of Inamba Nam?
No, not Inamba Nam. There was this show on SABC One where he...
Which one?
Just sent it to you on Instagram.
Okay, yeah, I found it. Yeah, thank you, Coach.
I'm saying what was the show on SABC One? There's this...
I remember the show you had, the dancing one. Is it the dancing one?
No, there was not the dancing one.
Which one?
There was this one where
he did a lot of shows, ne?
There was this one where he was in the informal settlements. They're being a boss and stuff.
I don't remember it.
What was it called? I forgot it, but it was a great show on SABC One that he did, that Warren Masemola did. Yeah. Reminded me of him on that thing. So yeah, like I think, hey, there's a thing that, okay, cool, Quizzical Pictures, right? They build relationship with the actors that they work with.
But every production does that.
Yes, that's what I'm about to come to that.
We know, like when it's Barking, the one in Cape Town, the one who did Unseen. What's the name?
They did Unseen and what? Konji?
Gay.
A Gambit. Is a Gambit.
Gambit production.
Yes.
You know you're gonna find a gay in there.
So yeah, I'm coming to that. I'm like saying that, okay, cool. They work with this. I wouldn't say the same, but they work with.
I get.
Yeah, what they form the relationship with a certain group of actors.
It happens everywhere. Even Cristiano Nolan works with the same people.
And it's not wrong. It's not wrong. Yes, it's not wrong. So I was looking at it and I'm like, okay, cool. Sometimes it might feel like we are watching the same thing.
The same thing.
In a different thing because of how they play around with their actors. So, but one thing I like is that they will always introduce new talent in as much as they work with the same type they try to introduce at least one person or two people because now we didn't get introduced to the kid who is yes, so we did get even Zeg, his character, he hasn't worked on a Quizzical
production.
Yes, so
he hasn't.
I've never seen him on one.
Fatal Seduction is what? Is that not Quizzical? That's Quizzical. Is it Quizzical or Okre?
No.
Can you confirm, cause I think it is Quizzical. Fatal Seduction. Or if Fatal is Okre, then Marked is Quizzical.
Marked is Quizzical.
It's Quizzical. Then that one is Okre. It's Okre, ne? Yeah, because I just remember like I always mix them.
So
like
Marked is.
But haven't you noticed the fact that they've worked together, Quizzical and Okre at some point? They always have something like similar.
Yeah.
Or is it me? The mood of
the mood, the lighting, the orange and tail.
Yeah, it's
we'll get to that one.
Yeah.
So,
but like they always have like something similar. So like okay, I'm reading on Instagram, right, posted by Anders Tebe. Anders Tebe is a casting director and the founder of Actor Spaces. So he was saying that like as a casting director, I approach every project with an intention and curiosity. I'm deeply invested in finding actors who don't just fit the brief, but who bring authenticity, depth, and lived experience into the room. I believe that the right casting choice is the power to elevate a script, shift perspective, and connect audience to something real and unforgettable. Honestly, I did love the play around with characters.
Yeah.
I think we can jump straight to performance. Noxolo, Dlamini. I've never seen her playing a role
who's
like that.
Noxolo?
The wife.
Oh, yes.
The wife. I've never seen her playing a role where she has to be vulnerable like this, being a mother, being a wife. I always saw her like playing. She was on G20, right?
Oh, yes.
She was on
How to Run Love,
The Proposal. She was on the dance show. She was on a dance show acting with Prince Grootbom again, right? What was that dance show? I forgot the name. And it was not renewed for season 2. That show, but like it was a good one. So like I think I really love what he said here because I feel like he really did play around with.
I think Actor Space and I understand they're great. They've casted quite a lot for the wife. And they one thing about them, they'll bring new great talent to our screens. Like definitely
they do. Boy youngings, like they always.
They with picking talent and growing talent.
You know what's the crazy part?
Yeah.
Hey, rolling. you know what's the crazy part, no?
Yeah.
So you remember the first thing where they introduce him and then like the bro still apologizing to Fana Mukwena.
Yes.
And speaking. That's it. Pa!
Yeah.
Like he shoot the bro.
Yeah.
And then at that moment, I didn't see the power of Fana Mukwena.
Yeah.
I saw the power of Warren.
What's his name?
I forgot his role name. But like on that moment, he showed to us that like
or something. That's not his name.
On 180.
Warren.
I don't know what.
I forgot, and I think you could be right.
That
But like I feel like that moment there was a shift of power dynamics. I felt like Warren was more powerful than his actual boss. It was at that moment where I was like, how? Who's the boss?
Who's the boss?
Yeah.
Like it did feel like the decision that he was making were more. I mean, at some point, yes, your boys do get hungry than you because they are always on the ground. But it felt like he was the boss.
But you know what I also love, ne?
Yeah.
I think the fact that they didn't explore his character more, I really love it because it would have taken a lot even from the production. So if they explored, because characters like his, they end up doing something and then they get killed or they get fired on those type of bases because they feel like they have like so much power. And if you follow like crime films, those are the people who are always like taken out or they go and start their own businesses and stuff. So like I really love the fact that they didn't go on to that. But like overall, man, like I feel like the performance was
good.
Was nice. I really enjoyed watching Noxolo and Dlamini playing that role. Like, to be honest, because I've never seen her like that. Then like, that was something new to me. Where I was like, wow. And I also do love the fact that like they tried to give Prince that role on this one. He was a different character. But we will still get to CDS because I feel like the costume in a way for me did not shift him to look different from what he was on Fatal Seduction. I mean, and that was a problem for
that's
me.
What I'm about to say. Like so many things, like things like tattoos, haircut, and like that's what I'm saying. Like you feel like you are watching something that you have seen. And
they should have got a wig.
Something like they should have. it's either he grows out his full hair or he goes bald or something. But like that's what I'm saying. Like it feels like you're watching. I'm taking his character from somewhere and I'm bringing it in this world where now he's this type of person, and you don't want that when you're creating a film. That's why that's why I brought the thing was earlier on I brought the conversation of saying that with production companies working with the same actors, it does feel like you are watching the same thing, but it is a different narrative, a different world. But because you're seeing the same faces, like Desmond Dube, never without a job, he's in everything. Like he's always. You know, after
and it's Quizzical, so he was on Mark, he was on Love and Wine.
Literally everything that they've released so far.
Yeah, no Tando, they got something.
They have, you know. So after that, after he dropped Clientele Life, life has been good. He's been good.
After I dropped Clientele Life has been
life
good.
Has been
Damn,
good.
that's a bar. Let me write it down.
Life has been really good, and he's a great performer. I think he delivers a lot of different roles, and Corrupt Cop on thing he was playing on Love and One he was playing that
Tumulus Igumbi.
On Mark he was playing what he
was a boss at
he was a gangster.
No, it was the owner of the
thing,
Iron Watch. Is it Iron Watch?
Yes.
Yeah.
The money whatever thing.
Yeah.
So like those are like different
roles,
and he's excelling in those. And one thing about him, CDS wise, they do
him justice. He never looks the same.
He never looks the same. Like they give him grey hair.
Yeah.
They give him on Timless. He was. Yeah, he looked.
Hey,
he looked
Bane, Ronaldo.
he looked the part.
Yeah.
And we believed him. So like we said, back to
now I hear
Zek's character. It did feel like they took him from a certain world that we already
it's
know.
like two world
merging, and it does affect the reception of how the audience then receives it.
I think like that's what affected me. As soon as I watched, I was like, no man, there's just something about this bro which takes me back to Fatal Seduction. But I love his performance.
Yeah, he dropped the emotions, he dropped like everything. But like because I need to be establishing him as a working man who's father.
Running a business.
Yeah, he runs a business. So like I don't know, something, but like we saw, I don't know, that angel tattoo, he has it on Fatal Seduction, right?
I'm not sure. I think so.
It's his actual tattoo. Does he have it on Fatal Seduction? He does,
yeah, I think so.
So like those things.
He always naked.
Okay, there was that scene in the shower. Like, we would have gotten context of what was happening there.
Without having to...
But, okay, that's another
But, like, I really want us to have, like, an interview one day with Alex Yazbek. I just want to hear his thought because, like, he's a great director. Yeah. He's worked in a lot of things. And, like, a scene like this, which you're talking about, we have it in... What's that show which was on Netflix? It had about, like, 20-something episode shot in Devon about the...
Black something legacy.
Yes, Blood Legacy.
Yeah.
There was, it's Blood Legacy.
Yeah.
Remember there was a scene with the main character with her being naked on the shower, and then we commented about the same thing. We were like, we feel like it wasn't necessary. But like the more you keep on seeing scenes like that, you really want to understand like why. And I feel like the best place you can find that is from their directors. So I really wish one day we can have an interview with him and just find out like, what does this scene do to you? Because one thing about directors, to be honest, they understand everything detail for detail. As an audience, we focus on the story.
But I think for me, I don't know if it's because I watch movies a lot, but it then becomes cringe because he can't even move his hand. He had his hand.
Yeah, because that was blocking. I saw that.
He had to keep his hand there because the
even like the grading. Do you see how dark
like that
it is?
yes.
You can tell they just try to hide the fact that
because
he's wearing an underwear.
Like my chat is like in that moment his wife is coming close to him. At least a hug or like a hand.
Vulnerable,
Like no matter I need to.
Ufuna kuhagwa Jid.
What?
Yeah, and I want to be hugged.
I'm saying he's laying down there. The wife is pouring, is feeling how he feels. But then because now the scene is he's naked and he can't move.
But
his
it's
hand.
on the floor. Who has much power on that moment?
I
Who's
mean, the
more
wife does
vulnerable?
have, but like
Exactly.
if he wasn't fully naked, he could lean more and like fall into it and not just be like, because now he's there. The hand we can tell he wants to move it, but he can't move it.
He can't move
He can't
it.
move
But
it.
keep that.
But
Nah, I hear
it's
you.
that. So
Yeah.
it does. I don't know. Maybe we pay attention to more details.
Yeah, we pay attention to more details, and I also think like even directors they do that the most. Yeah, but like I feel like we touched everything on performance. I feel like from my side I just wanted to speak about like Noxolo's performance, and then now Uzek. I really love this performance. Like I said, we're gonna touch on it when we get to aesthetics, right? And yeah, I really love the Having Fana Mukwena, guys. It's been a while, like you know.
Who's Bongile Manzai?
Bongile Manzai is the brother. The bro was the father of the guy on Love and Wine. The rich.
Yes,
that's Bongile Manzai. The one who was working in the butcher.
Oh, yes.
He also delivers, but like on this one, very like he didn't have like.
He didn't have, his role was just
small.
But I think it was felt.
It's very good. Cause remember, it was on that one from Yellow Bone Productions who once reviewed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like
but he was Mr.
boxing or something.
Mr. What on Love and Wine.
Yeah, he's seen a lot of things. Yeah.
On Love and Wine.
What was that? Was that
Sitrebi, Mr. Sitrebi on Love and Wine.
Yeah.
Knuckle City, yes,
yes.
Knuckle City.
But he's a great performer.
He's
as well.
very good.
Yeah,
Even now, you saw him for 2 minutes, but it was very. I didn't love the fact that he came and asked those guys like, "Who are you, bro? They have guns. Just shoot." But okay, they were directing it. But
yeah, like
sometimes when like things like those happen, you're like, "Yo, bro, why did you come and ask criminals who are they?
Yeah.
Just shoot me. I will shoot
also
and ask me."
he has seen. I think it's frustrating, but I think it supports the one side of him. Like we wanted to see the brutality of Warren Masemola's character, and then, but as well we would have wanted to see how maybe at least one shot of some sort. Like no one was supposed to die on their side, but at least if he took a shot and missed at one of them, because he had a moment. He did have time to like.
I think they did well because they made everything and everyone to be a catalyst of moment, product of what Zach is doing.
Yeah.
You understand? So like that's why I think like I can forgive them for that because it's him against himself. Yeah. To be honest, on 180, it's everything is about Zach. Like
everything rounds up to him. Like all his decisions come back.
His brother Bongile dying. It's because of him.
He shoots him on the leg and then he leaves his brother.
Yeah, and then the brother
you know the things that people do.
It was but hey, like remember
don't ever shoot me on the leg. Don't ever shoot me on the leg
and leave you. No, don't worry. When I shoot you, I will take you to the hospital.
Don't shoot me on the leg and leave me. Like, how would your brother do that to you? Like, bro, like, show some love.
Yo, matter like, you know, some families, Jerry, they go through something. You know, like one thing I've learned, in life, and I feel like that's why I appreciate movies. Yeah. They will show you what other people are going through out there, which you are not going through. Because there are families who like go through things and fight each other like crazy, like crazy business. So I'm gonna say like I really appreciate like watching all these different perspectives of different families. Because in my family we might not fight, but there is a family out there where like they don't see eye to eye. Yeah.
Let's talk about the son's character.
The son's character.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's
just touch because I think his character does play a big role in.
Yes.
Because even at the end, he and like Zack sees his son in the other guy's son, and then it's like it's a moment.
It's a moment of 180. That's what I
of
wanted
like,
to
yeah,
say.
basically it's a moment of 180. So yeah, in everything that he's doing, his son is like on the back of his mind every time. So what does that like mean to you? What was your takeaway in that?
I think the fact that like the son like was representing like the innocence and everything that has been lost. Like in a way, he was also like, I can say, a catalyst, because he cared a lot about his son. And I can't just say his son, I will say his family. But like what he does, whether it affects the son or the wife, it will end up like affecting like everyone. So like his decisions based on what happened with the son, like they move with him, and they're the ones which helps him to find the full cycle of that moment. Because at the end, when he sees the son, that's when it's like, I don't think it's fair for me to take a life of this guy. He also has a son. So I do not want him to be like me. You understand? So I feel like as much as like the son did not have like a big role, is the one which helps him to
he drives
find himself at the end.
Yeah, he does drive the narrative through and through. Because,
Even the ending, him making that choice is because of the son. So I don't know what you think on your side, but I just wanted us to peep through it.
It's fine. I think that was me. I was like, he drives the narrative really well. I think Coconut Boy, he speaks English very.
He
plays Mandla. Mandla.
Mpilwenhle is his name, right?
Yes, I think so. Plays Mandla.
Okay, co-host yam incha. Let's do medium and aesthetics, right? You know, like when it's me and my co-host, I do the medium most of the time, and then she does aesthetics. So like, I want
she bashes the wigs. There are no wigs to bash.
I will call her for the wig.
We'll call her for the wig.
We'll get her on a call online, and then she does. So I don't know.
All views are hers, remember.
Tell me, Booty, scene, sound, pacing. We've already touched on it.
I have a problem.
Grading. Don't have a problem, but you know what you should have, ne?
What?
Let's find motivation. As much as we have a problem, why do you think they did that?
Okay, it's not necessarily a problem. It's just like, the mouse keeps moving. Okay, okay, cool. In terms of the medium and aesthetics, I think technically South Africa is at a good point. We are at a point where we understand what we need to do to tell a story and like support it. Obviously, then now it comes with production company decisions they make, where it's going. Like with the Quizzical now, when they're doing trailers, their orange intel is gonna pop. Like with this, you can tell stylistics. Like watching, what's this? 180 and Marked. You can tell that it was same team.
And even if it's not the same team.
Yeah, but like, I mean,
I get what you mean.
Follow the brief.
You see it from What Soon Comes Now.
Yeah, like this.
What's that other one we reviewed where like they
Soon Comes Night, Unseen,
stage of the court.
Even Unseen.
Yes, you remember the court one?
Which one?
Where they hold people hostage in the courthouse.
Was in the courthouse.
Union Building 1 with what's the name of that show? I think it was Quizzical or Okri.
Yeah, but like there's a stylistic approach that we now have, or like I would rather say like Quizzical has also
their own style
in terms of the orange intel, which is great. It works, and great shots, great stuff. Like but I feel like they could have played around more.
With
like,
what? With colors?
Shots and like with the shots, they kept it safe quite a lot. Like it was very. There's nothing that was shocking for me. It was like,
which way? Like wow.
Like it was. Like you see when they give you a brief and you follow it. Like it's like you've done what was required of you. And sometimes some stories require to do that because they're really complex and they have so much depth to them. So like,
I think, you know, like when you're still on that, Steven Spielberg once said, anyone can shoot great things, but can anyone tell a good story? And I feel like as soon as you go deep into an industry, you learn that like story is king and a story is more important.
True.
And when I was doing the same research I'm mentioning of Steven Spielberg, someone mentioned that like you do not have to move the camera all the time. Sometimes you must hold the camera. So I think most of them get to a point where they're like, is this necessary? What would it add if I were to do this? I feel like that's where like the safe shot comes from, because they believe that like at this moment story is much more important and
keeping things simple.
And you know, when you don't move the cam, sometimes like it says a lot about a moment.
It does hold. Like it carries so much weight. Yeah, when you keep on, we get thrown away because like we don't even know what to do. Like where should we focus? But like that's the thing. Like, I think they kept it very simple and respectful to the story. So like that was so beautiful to see. There was no continuity issues. My only thing that I was like, hey, the score wasn't felt. Did you feel the score?
What do you mean?
Like the music.
I feel like there was.
In the end,
I feel like, and like you know now, ne? I remember that because you mentioned it was at the end.
Yeah.
But throughout the film, I feel like they had more sound design moments where like sound has to support, not music. There was no
music. I didn't feel it, but I think we needed it. It feels
you feel like we needed music.
Yeah, I think we needed music.
But like because it gave me a moment of thriller as well. As much as it was a drama, there was like thriller where you're like, thriller moment. And like thriller, sometimes they need more sound, not music.
What scene gave you like really great, like standing out sound? I
can't remember like.
Yeah, that's my issue. You see, that's my issue. That's my thing. So I'm like, specify. I can, because they had kept it so quiet and more into sound design. I didn't want an ending with an Amapiano song.
And then they come with my favorite song at the end.
It's a nice song, but was it fitting for that? Or they could have like stripped it down. They could have stripped it down without the beat.
So who's Vukari?
It's time to say, suddenly. It's time to say, the wife.
Nah, I hear you.
Like, music is important, and South Africa does have good music. We do have music is our thing.
So you feel like they needed like more of a like sound designer, someone who like should create.
I mean, I didn't go through the credits, and I won't discredit the person who did the thing. But like I feel like the feeling that you then get.
You miss the feeling.
Like I missed that. I don't in that moment of he has now done such a major turnaround, the 180 basically. Vusabalele message.
Doesn't really support,
Then you drop me with the beat again. What's jive me now? I'm like, I must dance. But like, what is it that we, with the feeling that you had kept, like the pacing, you needed something that will.
I hear you.
And it worked, but it didn't work at some point. But it's not a train smash. Yeah, so it's
you're still giving it the right.
The closing shot was nice. Rain, lighting.
Like when we're still coming on that one, I think like there's just something about the ending. As much as like the music wasn't
connecting,
but like the ending, everything started with a taxi, and it's ending with a taxi.
But it is kind of the same shot. You remember the opening one? Yeah. They ended with, but like now they just.
But like, let's.
Then they put the logo of the taxi association.
That's what I was saying. We're like, not if I'm doing a taxi association. Like, I don't know what as much as like they've communicated a message, right?
Yeah.
But then also, what are they saying about like taxis? Because like if you see everything, as much as like they downplay it, they are marketing them. And what are they saying about
Because
taxi?
he takes a taxi.
Yeah, so everything started with a taxi. But now he's going home
With
a
a
taxi. So are they trying to show, Nolo mentioned something, man. Are they trying to say that like, as much as like,
It's bad. You don't have a
like
choice.
yes, I forgot, not really a choice, but like, as much as like bad things can happen coming from this place, sometimes they may be the ones who can take you home safe in a way. Because the start and the ending,
Yeah.
for me, it's like everything started here, it was bad. It's ending here, it's nice.
Was it really nice though?
No, like him getting into a taxi and going to working in different location. That says something about that moment. Because now it's not a moment of like where he's fighting. He's not like fighting with the driver. Like it's just a moment where he gets inside a taxi, and you can tell they are being sponsored by Taxi Association.
I think, yeah, for me, my main takeaway, like literally from the get-go, was like taxi rage. And for me, like I think the film was educating from like the first part of it, where I saw that guy literally how after they lost the driver and they just took a guy who was washing a taxi and they said, can you drive? I think that is like, I feel like education in terms of educating an audience and true representation of things that allegedly could be happening in the taxi association, where you might be driving passengers on a day-to-day basis without having acquired a license and permits, which is, I feel like that's how that guy, he was just put there, he's like, oh.
Do you think we're supposed to have a school for people to start driving taxis? Train Uber ride because they are rude sometimes.
I think the right driving, like they should follow the same laws.
No, but you know how like those bros ask questions when you get there.
Oh yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, but like now we're going back to the taxi one.
Yeah.
The only thing
it's very important.
The only one I feel like was misrepresented is the taxi driver, the boss. I have a problem with the boss from like just how Warren, how Warren was more of a boss than him, and how they made him speak English. Taxi drivers don't get English, bro.
Fair.
They don't like speak English. Like
that bro, like in most shows, he was always speaking English and Afrikaans, ne? Most of the shows which he used to act in back in the days. That's like usually like.
I think that's like those small details for me matter, because if you're going to speak, this thing keeps the mouse. So I'm in terms of like representation, I feel like
small it was,
yes, they focused on the anger that taxi drivers have. Like I feel like that's what I said, like the thing moved from 0 to 180 in terms of like how the argument could have been solved easily if Zach walked away. And how taxi drivers, he knew he was wrong, but he was fighting.
And they will always fight.
They will always fight. Yes.
This other guy once bumped into us, and then as soon as he came out, he was like, guys, you see like what happened, so how much? I was like, we're stuck with like, what do you mean how much? And you bump into us, we need money from you. And then we went out, and then we checked, and then we realized only like the working the mirror, like the side mirror just moved. So it didn't change. Yeah, okay. And then we were like, all right, sharp vibe.
Yeah. So it's those things where like I feel like they needed to just put it there, like put not. Yeah, if I think they might have done the research, but like just make it. I'm not saying all taxi drivers don't know how to speak English, but what is the day-to-day language that taxi drivers speak? They are so strong on speaking their home languages. Whether they
fight on that.
Yeah, whether they are Venda, whether they are Tonga, whether they are Zulu, they will want to speak their home language. And
fair.
That's where they stand strong in that. Like, if you are going to get in a taxi and you greet in English, access a private school. That's what they're going to tell you.
So
So
I've heard that before.
So like
that time I
those,
didn't know Zulu. First time in job, hey, I was going to Val.
even if you greet soft.
Yeah.
It's shy for you.
And at that time, Joburg was still like crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
no.
now yeah, so like.
Quizzical, I love you guys. I've watched White
You are
Lies.
lying.
No,
Okay.
White Lies, Rega, all those productions, great productions to come from there. And okay, cool. I think even Rega, watch Rega, bro. Like Rega is very good. It's a series though. There's about season 1 and season 2. They did Rega. They did so many things. But my thing is like, when people now rate, they know who made it. It's like people always expect you to up. If we're looking at the catalog of Quizzical Pictures and we're putting 180.
Fuck on a scandal, love.
Well, yeah, now let's have a conversation about that. What does that place 180? But that's fine. Maybe the audience can answer that.
Yeah,
like,
the audience.
where do we place 180 in terms of the catalog provided by Quizzical Pictures? Then in terms of business, I feel like marketing-wise, there wasn't marketing. What's this? What are marketing things?
What, like, are you saying like the
We-
distribution?
Yeah,
but
no, yeah. You go to Instagram. It's just a trailer and a poster, and they did one sit down where they did the cast sit downs, and like-
hot minute.
yeah, there's not like the hot minute. It's not really a hot minute, but it's that one where they say here's our 0 to 180, where they then talk about the experiences about taxis. Have they had someone? How was the experience in a taxi and stuff? Those are like 3 things that you see.
I think I wanna delve on that one, and you know what I'm gonna ask before.
Yeah.
So this is what I've noticed with Netflix, 180.
Yeah. Because you literally go on Instagram, you just see a trailer, and you're gonna see the poster, then that one video of the cast, the main cast. But the story is big. I feel like they could have played around a lot with marketing resources and just.
Cause like I want to confirm this, but I don't think I'm gonna find any information.
Yeah.
What I've noticed with Netflix, if a production is Netflix original, it will be marketed like all the way because they're the ones who are giving the funding and everything.
Yeah.
But like if the funding is gonna come from outside, I don't know how they do the deals. But Love and Wine still being marketed because the funding was coming direct from Netflix. So I feel like
Did you cut? Are you recording now? Okay, that's fine.
yeah. So like you might find that like it's not Netflix original. I'm not confirming this is not, but like when it comes to marketing, Netflix, they have a strong marketing power when it's their production, like fully, not NFVF la and then
What?
something from a different
And
company. So that becomes a problem because
Yeah,
as a production company, it is your responsibility
To then
to market that. And usually they don't have enough budget.
that's my thing. If we look at Love and Wine, they did quite a lot of things.
They did photo
They
shoots.
did photo shoots. They did events where the cast was performing at those events. They did so many things. Like we did get a different feel of it. The film was put out to the audience, and that's what you want because right now, we went to IMDb. The ratings are 4 point something.
And it's only because of marketing, if you think about it.
True.
Even though it's still trending number 1 till to date. Released on the 17th till to date, still trending number 1 on Netflix. So.
But what does that actually mean? I think also those number ones and whatnot, they need to. What do they mean? Like genuinely, I'm asking for narratives. What does it mean when your thing is like number 1? Because it could be that it's the latest show and people are not watching the other things that's been, because Netflix might have not been releasing quite a lot.
Especially South African.
We're
having a huge gap right now.
Yes, a huge gap of South African shows. And then you come to say, okay, cool, it is number 1 because there's more stuff that is released, but this one is actually standing out. You get that? But then, so like those are the conversations that I personally would love to have and hear from.
I think this is a conversation one day you want to have with someone who like
Works it.
worked with them. So I feel like maybe we must get like different producers.
Yeah.
Because producers will know more when it comes to that. And I really wish one day we can speak with Stephen Pell. Like, that bro is a good writer, and I know he's there like deep on Netflix.
Because man, I think marketing is important. If someone was Drake is gonna release. I know you're not a Drake fan.
Yeah,
but he's releasing.
Aubrey.
Aubrey's gonna release an album. He's doing a whole. he's doing a whole
I love Marvin's Room though. Yeah.
He's doing a whole thing, like great marketing strategy. Like
he has money.
But is it just the money? Even if you have money, some people have money, but they can't think.
Nah, I feel like with our industry, it's very difficult. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is something you wanna have with producers who have worked with Netflix original, took their productions to Netflix, multi-choice, original, and whatever. Because like, based on the movement, Jerry, having to transport all these people to Cape Town to do a photo shoot, like for Love and Wine, have an event in Polokwane, like they were going everywhere shooting all these, dressed in all. So you understand, like, it's a lot of money.
But you remember the conversation I think someone said, before you even start shooting, think about the marketing, like,
right,
because it is important, because
it's still difficult.
It's the same thing that kills things like that go to cinema, because people, you can't just release a movie in cinema and expect it to do numbers without you. Like, so many people are doing great things. They're doing tours of their own films in different locations. They are hosting more stuff, and then we can't expect South African films to leave an impact if they're not actually taken to an audience. Because yes, everyone is on social. Most people are spending time on social media and stuff, but the conversations are not being had like that. So it's like here and there. So like, I feel like the marketing should have been, because even the main cast, like I went to Prince's page on Instagram, I just saw like he literally was the poster and the Hot Minute stuff and the trailer.
And that's another thing. That's what I'm saying. You see what you have just mentioned now. So like, there is an agreement where like, when you start a production with cast, there's also compensation of the marketing, and you don't know if they got it or not. Because like, I know, once something is a movie, it's not a series. I know the marketing is gonna be bad, because it just goes to show you how little the budget is. Because most shows, they working films, you will find someone saying like, I wrote this as a movie, but I had to turn it into a series because they were interested in the idea. Sometimes you can come with a series and then they turn it into a movie because they don't believe it can get numbers. You understand? So I feel like, this is a conversation we really need to have with the producers, because right now, I feel like we've been talking about this even like last year, like, why don't we get like proper marketing? And then you do get proper marketing for certain shows. Unseen had a good marketing.
Quite a lot. Even Bad Influencer had a good marketing.
Exactly.
Like, they did. I don't even know if 180 did what do you call it, a premiere. Did you even see people at a premiere?
No.
What's the one?
They should have invited us if there was.
There was no premiere.
I feel like, like I said, like for now, it will be easy for us like to see this like from a distance, but like we really don't know, because I know budget for movies, especially specific movies, it's so tight, guys. I've been like, Love and One was like the first one, which I was like, hey, like you guys are moving, and like it's a movie, like, you know.
Yeah, like I think it is quite difficult, because we need this.
Yeah, we really need marketing.
You guys are selling. They were selling something good, like in 180.
How many minutes course? I think we should.
It's a lot. Yeah, let's just wrap. It was too much.
Whew, on audience connection. So, guys, we've come at the end of the review. We went in. You said I wasn't shooting, but after doing this,
no,
those cooking.
Those are not my views. Those were Keyako's views.
Yeah, so you're speaking a language.
I was speaking her language. So if you have a problem, I am saying it again. Please go to her Instagram, take it
to
her DMs.
Put on a wig.
say that what Jerry said was, but I believe I said great things. I'm representing her very well.
Okay,
She's working from home.
Let me rap.
She's working from home. We love you in the studio.
So let me connect, guys. Why audience connect to this or might connect to this? Road rage is relatable. Family protection instinct is universal.
Yeah.
I mean, like everywhere we have seen it.
Yeah.
Emotional realism. I think like that was power. Okay, then now why some may disconnect? Heavy tone, slow pacing, as we mentioned at the beginning, that like Beguna, and like
person.
like booty machine, like the attention span in essay is a problem. You watch 23 minutes, if you haven't gotten what you want, you feel like it's shy, right? And then morally uncomfortable based on the decisions which were made, and like I think this we can be specific. When he shot his brother and left,
Ish.
that was a moment.
Or maybe I take the driver and you're a bad person. So you also think if I watch it, I'm joking.
So like when I come to the business and culture, what is the story like really saying? That's like I mean like specifically like I had to like at points where I was like, okay, the cost of anger, the illusion of control, the danger of reactive decisions, all these things can cost you something big in life, guys. Don't make decisions when you are angry, because you're gonna regret later on. This bro now lost his kid, lost his brother, and he's definitely gonna lose his wife. Not through death, but like emotionally disconnection, because now you guys will always remind each other of this and that. But like, there was just a lot which like was unfolding on the show. So in a society where tension and frustration are high, this story reflects how quickly situations can escalate and how deeply they can affect families. And that's what we see at the end. Him and his wife, they are not really close at that moment. She just wants him to hand himself in so that she can find a new husband. I'm joking about that.
0 to 180.
Then I went on to check again why Netflix produced this. Like we said already, it's highly relatable. Road rage, family, it's South Africa. It's culture. Strong emotional hook, character-driven drama. As we sign out, stories like 180 don't just show us what happens, they show us what it could. Damn, cool. That's a bar. Write it down. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? Guys, this is Mzansi Scope, where we don't just watch stories, we understand how they shape and the way we think, feel, and react. See the story, see the culture. We are out. Now we cooked.